Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that intro. As you guys saw, the microphone and adapter is here for the GoPro. Very budget setup. It was only $10. So we'll see how it performs. I'm gonna go ahead and do some tests tonight. If it's worth anything, I'll go ahead and put the link in the description so you guys can pick it up. Alright guys, so I finally got everything I needed for the MotoVlogging setup, and I ordered this on Amazon. This is the microphone. It's by a company called Panovo, and also I got this GoPro helmet front and side mount. This was the most expensive part of the setup other than the camera. This alone was $30. I mean, that's what you kind of expect out of a GoPro product, but nevertheless, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my MotoVlogging setup. I'm using the Fly Trekker Dual Sport helmet. I got this about 4 years ago on discount for around $90 with tax. It's a very nice helmet. I use it both for the off-road and on-road. I actually take this visor off sometimes and use it with goggles, but it's been a really good helmet. They updated it recently and it's actually a lot more quality. It feels a lot more quality than the original like I have. I already went ahead and stuck the adhesive mount on there. Now it's the curved one that comes with this. I'll just open this up and show you guys what it comes with. Alright, so it comes with 2 of these. This is just what slides into this clip right here. Both of the adhesive mounts that it comes with are curved on the back, so it lines up with the contour on the helmet really well. It came with 2 of these and another one of these mounts, and they updated these. I don't have any others like this. I have the little rubberized like locking mechanism on there, which is actually pretty nice. Then it came with a thumb screw. I already have thousands of those, so $30, and I only use 2 pieces out of here, but that's GoPro. On this helmet, there wasn't really a lot of options as far as where to mount it. I was just gonna use my street bike helmet because this was flat right here, so I could have just stuck it right here and literally just used that one piece that I already had. But I had to put it on the side here. That's what a lot of people do. And it's not, as you can see here, it's not completely flat. So I just had to set it back like and get as flat as I could on there and just use a lot of pressure and kind of let it contour to that edge line right there. It seems to be holding really well. I'll probably like go along the sides of it and put some super glue on it just to be safe, because I really don't want my $500 GoPro and microphone flying off on the freeway or something. No, I wouldn't be on the freeway on the ground, but that's okay. So this microphone and adapter is by a company called Panovo. Never heard of them before, but like I said, it was 10 bucks, so you can't really go wrong. The main one that people use is a Sony microphone. It's like $50 from Best Buy, so all the links to everything I'm using here will be down in the description. All right guys, so upon opening the box, here's the adapter. Now this just plugs in to where you would normally charge the GoPro, and it converts it to the microphone jack. Here's the microphone. It actually looks pretty quality. It comes with a metal alligator clip, which is usually for when you clip it onto your shirt. That's what the main purpose of this is for. But it actually has the windscreen that comes on there too. And it just comes with this pointless carrying case. And it's like 20 times too big for it, but that's okay. That's an added bonus. We're gonna go ahead and drill a hole for the microphone and get this all set up. Alright guys, so you're gonna have to take this little side panel off and expose the charging port, because that's where the adapter goes in right there. And it fits. But this specific one should have a sensor in it that transmits the signal into the microphone. Some of the cheaper options, which I mean you can't get much cheaper than that, but some of them will not transmit the signal unless it has a chip inside. But based on the reviews, it says that it does, so we'll see. But we're gonna have to take that side panel off so we can go ahead and put it back in the case, so we can go ahead and see on the side here where to mark our holes. So it's this bottom port right here, don't f up that. And we're gonna go ahead and Sharpie out a little mark here to where we have to drill our hole. It's gonna have to be as round as this right here. I'm just gonna probably drill 2 holes with a drill bit about the diameter of this, and then file down the middle. So I want this to be a really tight fit to retain some of the waterproofing that this case offers. All right guys, so I went ahead and marked my spot where I need to drill. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a drill bit about as wide as that and drill 2 holes and get a file and file down the center. So now for the not so fun part, drilling into my perfectly good waterproof GoPro case. It has to be done. I'm kind of OCD about things, so let's hope it goes perfect. Alright guys, so I used my drill to drill the hole. Now I'm just using this round file to go ahead and file it down and make it a perfect snug fit. So yeah, this is gonna be quite tedious, but it'll be worth it when it's gonna fit perfectly in there. So I'll check back in with you after it's done. Alright guys, so then you're gonna wanna use some compressed air to make sure you get all of those particles out of there, especially out of the lens housing, so when you put the GoPro in there, it doesn't scratch up the lens. That's the most important part. Alright, and then you're gonna then I'm gonna go ahead and take the microfiber towel and just make sure the lens is really clean. And do this after you blow all those plastic shavings out of there so you don't rub in the shavings and just scratch the you know what out of this thing. So everybody says she fits like a glove. I'm very happy with the way that turned out. Now we're gonna go ahead and wire it all up inside the helmet. We're gonna take out one of the cheek pads and run the wire underneath the helmet and kind of tuck everything away. Obviously you cannot trim that fiber optic cable because there's no way to solder it. So you're just gonna have to tuck the wires up in like the cheek pad or something. So we'll get that all wired and we're gonna run a few tests tonight and see how it does. All right guys, so we have our 3M adhesive mount here and it's thoroughly dried by now. I applied a lot of force to it. You just stick that in there. This locks down, not going anywhere. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the GoPro on. So the GoPro goes on here, and I take my thumb screw. This is actually like a billet aluminum thumb screw from Smotree. It was on one of like the Go poles that I got for it, and I've used the crap out of this thing. It's really nice quality, billet aluminum, and it's kind of a nice touch, honestly. And we'll worry about fine tuning how it's gonna sit later. For now, we're just gonna eyeball it. That looks pretty dang good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this zip tie around here. Just make sure it fits nice and snug. So I went ahead and wrapped this all up with electrical tape just to prevent any rattles. Since the alligator clip did not work out, I'm just gonna go ahead and just wrap a piece of electrical tape over that and just kind of keep it right at my mouth there. So I went ahead and just electrical taped it down just to test fit it and see how it sounds where it is. I'm gonna be able to fine tune it later. I didn't want to put it there because I'll possibly be able to still use this vent and I won't have to shut it in hot temperatures. So hopefully this will work where it is. It's actually in a really good position. If not, I'm gonna have to just do something different. Maybe like bore out a hole in this and just put it in there, which I don't really want to do. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and tidy up the wires, pretty much just wrap it up and put it back in the cable tie that it came with and tape it down somewhere underneath the cheek pad here so it's out of the way. All right, so it's all wired up. I'm gonna go out and do a few test runs, but I just kind of tried to organize the cables as best as I could underneath this flap. I don't think this is gonna be uncomfortable. If it is, this is just a test fit right now, so I can always move it later on. I'm gonna go ahead and put this cheek pad right in, fire up the GoPro, and then get a test run. All right guys, so I got my helmet all wired up and ready to go. I mean, I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. It looks really clean. It's pretty low profile and the best I could do for this helmet, honestly, with the options that I had as far as mounting. But what's really cool and my favorite part of this is I can actually see this whole LCD screen out of the corner of my eye. Now it doesn't block like any of my field of view or anything. It just perfectly sits in the bottom left of my view. So I can see, you know, I can hit the button and see what's recording, see what's actually, you know, coming into the lens, and be able to see this red button on top and right here as well to see when it's recording. So I'll show you right now. I'll be able to see this red light just perfectly fine. So I'm gonna know if one of my battery dies or it stops recording for any reason. I'm gonna be able to know that right away. Hopefully this will eliminate any lost footage. I'm very happy with the way this turned out overall. All the links to every product used down to the helmet and everything will be in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next video. What is up, you guys? So I'm just going on a little cruise right now. So it's about 12:46 right now. And really this is just nothing but a test. I just kind of want to see how the wind noise is and how this microphone actually performs and if it even works with the GoPro. So right about now I'm cruising at 40 miles an hour and oh, we got a possum. These possums are so f***ing dumb. Get the f*** out of the way.
Alright, so this level is the level that I'd like to talk at because... Woo! Oh, glad I caught that on camera.